is Heat Live, presented by eSure. That is your final score as the Indiana Pacers needed a magnificent night from their star player, as the Heat star player barely got a chance to play due to foul trouble. A 3-point victory, and so it all shifts back to Miami on Friday. The Heat is LeBron James receives some love from Chalmers. He swings around, sees the opening, gets up to throw it down. That was awesome. But there wouldn't be a whole lot of awesome from LeBron due to foul trouble. Then Paul George with one of those jumpers, Dwayne Wade on him, and it didn't matter that time.
He's got that long stretch, you know, the long arms. Tough to even bother him on a J.
Hibbert on Bosch, gets it to go, 10-7 Indy early, and then a little Haslam reverse right here. This was one of my favorite plays early on in this game.
Yeah, the Heat was struggling a little bit offensively with LeBron out, but he's got a little roll with that reverse.
Did a little buzzer beater there at the end of the first quarter. The co-captain, the other one, Dwayne Wade, 22-16 Indy. Felt a little better after that jump shot after one. Let's go to the second quarter. Ray Allen time. We told you Ray was big in the second quarter. He had 10 points. Here's 3 of them right here.
Doesn't need much room. We know that. He even bobbled that ball, still got it off against Scola.
Ray Allen helping bring Miami into a situation which is familiar. A lead, 29-24 after that bucket goes. Then LeBron James back in the game. Finally, LeBron, good to have you. All right? And then, no, that's foul number 3. He's done for the half.
Yeah, that was a little questionable call there because Paul George got under him a little bit. Usually that call goes to the offensive player.
And here comes George Hill into your highlight party, people. He had 9 points. This is 3, and that's a tough one as the shot clock expires. But Ray Allen, really, really helpful. I told you Ray had 3 threes. It was on 6 tries. He finished with 15 points, and so Ray Allen, why you so nasty?
You know, it's a favorite play that the Heat like to run, a little screener action.
Heat up 42-33 at the break. Let's go to the third quarter and get 5. Everybody get 5. Rashard Lewis, huge in this game. 18 points, 6 threes. Here's one of them right here from Mario Chalmers. That made it 45-35 Miami. Now, LeBron is in this game, but he's going to soon be out of this game because we're going to show you foul number 5 on LeBron James. I didn't love this one either, though.
That's a tough call, going after a loose ball. But again, we talked about how it happens when you're on offense, really, where you lost the ball.
Now Paul George is going to take over our highlight here. First, the weaving layup, and then he's going to rip the ball here from Norris Cole. But we got a fast break, and this young man can elevate. Part of a 13-2 run for the Pacers. You get him inside, and you're going to get him outside. As Paul George, so to know, missed 9 threes. This is just not one of them.
Yeah, when he gets on a roll, we know that he's a guy that can carry his team, and you saw it.
Here's our buddy Lance right here, giving Indy a 5-point lead in the third quarter. Little scoop in traffic. That stuff's not easy. He's not easy either. That's not easy. Give him credit. Then Ray Allen. Trifecta, you betcha. But then right back comes Paul George. This one's tough to take, man. You think you got yourself a nice position, and then there it is, in and in. Take a look at this one. Nice pass in from West, square off. Maybe had a little face there off of Rio. But this is the 3 that, man, oh man, you start doing the math and you realize it's a 3-point game. That plays into the equation. Indy up 64-57. More George, turnaround jumper. Then George in the corner from Stevenson. Get that ball to Paul George. They do. He bangs it down for 3 again. And then George creating plays with some sound defense. Playing it, sized it up, took it from LeBron as he tried to connect with D. Wade and throws it down. Now, some good ball movement by the Miami Heat. As it was still nip and tuck time, this ball will eventually find Dwayne Wade for 3. Indy up 1 here. And now there's some action now for Miami here, coaches. LeBron James pulls up the 3 in transition and knocks it down.
Yeah, the Heat were making threes when they had to down the stretch and kept them in the game.
Here's yet another one. Rashard from the corner, one of his 6 threes in the game. But Paul George seemingly matched every single one that went in. Again, too easy. Time now for the All My Sons move of the game. And boy, did the Heat need this one here, Coach. Looks like the game is going to be over, but not yet. LeBron, with his signature chase down block, keeping things alive. Then over to Lewis, trifecta, yep. 16 seconds to go.
5-point play. 2 they didn't get, 3 the Heat got. 1-point game.
And then the inbounds play. Battier, boy, oh boy, did he make this an issue. They had to go to the tape to look at this one. They called it Pacers ball on the floor. I'm with you, Coach. They called it Heat ball. It would have stayed right there.
Yes.
Man, it's so tough to call.
There's LeBron making the play. Chris Bosh released it. Looked pretty good when he released it. That was the game.
Pacers win it by 3. Take a peek at what's left in this series. It's a game in Miami on Friday. We're not even worried about that last one yet. Let's get to, we'll get to Friday, 8:30 on the Worldwide Leader. We'll have all the coverage online for you to get things started on Heat.com on Friday at 7 o'clock. Look at some of the defensive plays. I mean, obviously this thing stayed nip and tuck all the way through. It was an amazing second quarter defensively, and then a bit of a scramble there in the second half, Coach.
Yeah, with LeBron in foul trouble, he did a great job in that second quarter. LeBron was out 13 minutes and 30 seconds. The Heat outscored Indiana 30-13 in that stretch. So they turned like a 6-point deficit into a 9-point halftime lead. And you can see the D there. Just outstanding defense. And, you know, Coach Spoelstra relied on his bench all year, gave him a lot of confidence by using them in tough situations. And this is why you do it. In situations like this, where you need the bench to come through for you, they really did a great job in that second quarter, drawing a charge there. And so with LeBron in foul trouble on the bench, the Heat 9-point lead at halftime. They ready to step forward. The Heat needed every one of his baskets that he made tonight. And then you got Ray Allen, who also does the same thing. He's a guy that's always ready. He comes off the bench. He had 10 points at halftime to pick up the slack of LeBron being out. He's one of the reasons why the Heat were up 9 at halftime. And he's just a guy that he's not just a scorer. The guy he can get to the basket and create for his team. We know that he's had games where he's led the team in rebounding a couple of times, going down the stretch in the playoffs. And so he's just a consummate pro. And with him stretching the court, with Rashard stretching the court, I think the Heat are going to look to get more to the basket on Friday night, get more points in the paint.
Ray Allen, 3 for 6 from 3, knocked down a couple free throws in that second quarter, which was such a critical, buoying time for the Miami Heat.
He didn't have the chance to look at the situation. It was a reaction type thing. So you always worry about a guy in foul trouble when he catches the ball and it's an offensive foul. This was the first play of the game. He got off to a great start. And then you're going to see the fouls right there. He reached in. That's the first one. And that one there, George Hill ran into him. That's a good play. That's the play always that Dwayne Wade has lived on. Good players. Here's the one right here I was talking about, the loose ball. That was the third foul, not the fourth, like I said. LeBron reaching in right there. That was the fourth one. This is the fifth one. Ball's knocked away by Stevenson. Going for the loose ball. LeBron gets his fifth foul. Now he's got to sit a good portion of the third quarter and parts of the fourth quarter. He even came in early for a guy with 5 fouls.
290. LeBron James in foul trouble for the balance of the night, and Paul George took advantage. 37 points for that young man on way to victory. So the Pacers survive and get to play yet another game in Miami. We will get you ready for everything and have you locked up in the postgame. Make sure you tune in on Friday night when everything is over. We'll have you covered. Heat Live postgame on Sunsports. Heat TV on Heat.com. Pregame starts you off at 7 Eastern Daylight Saving Time on Friday night. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your home for Miami Heat basketball. For the coach, Tony Fiorentino, as well as Joanna Gomez and Eric Reed and John Crotty, and our entire Heat TV and Sunsports team. I am Jason Jackson. We'll see you on Friday night for Game 6 in Miami. Until then, stay safe, and good night, South Florida.